Hi guys, Ryches here, and welcome to the first part, I think, of me actually speaking over doing this FIFA Mobile Road to Glory. I know it's took me a few parts to get used to it, but a lot of it's to do with the fact that I work on a very rhythm sort of basis, and I've not had the chance yet to even sit down and fully record myself, or even have the tools to do so. Look, I'm actually using my girlfriend's mic at the moment, which is quite helpful. But yeah, having the NCS music was quite good to get me into the rhythm of editing, getting me used to how to, kind of go through this and go through that. I use a pretty good editing software, again, thanks to my girlfriend. And yeah, I'm now going to start recording, I think, for every single part. I think it's important to expand upon it and just kind of talk about what I think about FIFA at the moment, especially with me only playing FIFA Mobile because I don't have a PS4 anymore. I'm waiting for a PS5. I'm going to get that in June time. I'm hoping to, after June, start to stream, I'll do a Road to Glory for the next FIFA. But for right now, I just kind of want to focus on a game that I have played in the past, but I haven't actually truly branched out into. So I'm kind of going through this game, and at the moment on screen will just be me doing all the sort of like extra stuff, the daily quests. There's no Champions League stuff, which was my original intention, but the problem is that obviously the promotion ended just as I started to record, so therefore I couldn't actually do any sort of grinding for any of that. So it'll mostly just be that, and also me doing some division rivals and stuff like that. But yeah, as the time kind of goes on with this, I'm gonna try and do as much as possible. Tomorrow I should be getting that 86 Mbappe, I believe, because it's the 7-day rewards. I've done it for 6 days in a row, so I'll probably do a video tomorrow as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of exploring how this game kind of goes. At the moment, it's a little bit bare. There's not enough for me to kind of sit there and do a video every day. I could sit there and do one where putting NCS music over it, but I don't really think that's entertaining for people. You don't see personality. You don't see me kind of talk about what I think about football, FIFA in general. So I'm going to maybe tone back doing a video every day, just to when they do promotions. So yeah, so far I've kind of got a decent team. At the moment, just after this video, I've graded a little bit more now, and it's about an 83 and 84 rated team. But the problem I'm kind of running into is that I'm consistently running into teams that are much better than mine when I'm doing division rivals, because I've played so much already. I'm already at Pro 2, I believe, and I'm nearly at... I think I'm nearly at Pro 1. And the problem is I'm going to consistently keep facing against teams that have such a better rating. With the way the system works, I'm going to get absolutely annihilated every single time. So I kind of need to, as fast as possible, upgrade my team. Obviously, with the system of Road to Glory, I'm not going to invest any money. I hate the extras for this game. I hate the fact that a lot of things behind a paywall system. I don't think that's fair for people who don't have the time, people who want to, when they sat down and they're a little bit free and they want to explore something or have a bit of a game, they're always going to be behind a paywall system where everyone's going to be falling behind those who have the money to invest in it. So I think that for me, it's just trying to show that if you just kind of work as hard as possible, or when you get a little bit spare time, when you're not doing this or doing that, you're able to at least build a team that is competitive in FIFA Mobile. At the moment, I've done all the extra stuff that I can, and I've got like 500,000 coins. You can get coins rapidly on this game as well because of the way the system works. And getting the extra players, it's all about just every day, maybe giving yourself 10-15 minutes, almost like people who kind of play Candy Crush every day will sit there for 10-15 minutes or any other sort of mobile game. You want to sit there and you want to invest a little bit of time into it, not too much, because you don't want to be someone that sits there and plays it for 2 or 3 hours, because there's not enough to do for 2 or 3 hours, and you're just going to get bored. You're going to get to the point where you can't be bothered even doing the extra stuff. So I advise to kind of get your team to the best level possible is maybe 10-15 minutes. Look at the current one, the promotions going on, like Champions League's just finished, but I managed to get the 83 Adair, I think, just before this episode. So I'm using him actually in-game at the moment. And you can improve your teams by little bits and little bits like that. You're not going to get, unfortunately, a situation where you can get the really, really, truly good players right now because it's all behind a paywall system. I understand that for some people they may have a bit more free time, especially with like the lockdown situation, you may have a bit more free time. But the problem with FIFA Mobile is that while it's entertaining for a short period and short bursts. It's a nice little break from general FIFA where you probably will sit there and play 2 or 3 hours on it. Whereas this, you want to spend 5-10 minutes a day, if you get the time, of course, to push yourself and try and get the extra little bits, try and progress in divisions, try and progress in all the extra little elements. And I feel once you do that, you can get to a level where you're going to get a decent team. Obviously, with every single promotion that comes out, you want to try and jump on it as soon as possible to get all the rewards. I ended up joining the Champions League one a bit late, so I only got to the point where I got to get the 83 a day. I didn't able to get any of the extra stuff. I could have got to maybe, I think there's a Gundogan there as well. I hopefully could have got that, but because obviously I joined it a bit later, I was unable to actually get that promotion and get the extra boosts for my team. So I think for me, this game is entertaining. I'm looking forward to doing it. I'm going to do this now until probably around May, June time. I imagine at some point I will eventually get sick of it. Obviously, at the moment, I'm currently doing university, so I'm quite busy with university. I've got a dissertation to do. They're all more important to me. But I want to explore this because I really want to get into playing FIFA quite regular. So therefore, I'm going to try and get as much of this out as possible, especially with new promotions coming. There's ones that will come every month, every couple of weeks or what have you. So I want to spend a bit of time to show people that even though this game does have its flaws, and it, just like with the FIFA Ultimate Team that you get now on FIFA 21, which you'll always see people complaining about because you get to the point where you're extremely sick of all the nonsense, etc., that you face on a consistent basis, that this game can be fun if you spend a little bit of time instead of spending a lot of time on it. So as the series goes on, hopefully I'm going to try and get a few icons, certain icons like Del Piero and stuff like players that I've been really liked over time. I'm going to look at getting. Now, I don't know when that'll eventually be. I'll obviously put it in the titles when I do so, but we're going to be sat there and it's going to be a bit of a grind. And I kind of enjoy that. I enjoy doing the menu part of FIFA Ultimate Team when I used to play regular. I've been about a year and a bit out of it at the moment, so I'm trying to ease my way back in through this. And if you spend the time and you look at all the promotions, you try and get those players, it'll be a lot more fun than having to fit to some form of meta. Because in FIFA Ultimate Team, no matter what you're going to do, you're going to run across a meta that is the same. You're going to play the same players. You're going to play the same formations. With this, I haven't actually faced, with the exception of the 86 Mbappe, which naturally is a really good reward to get as you start this game out, I've not actually faced something that is consistent. I've faced all kinds of different teams. I've faced teams that are lower rated, teams that are higher rated. I've faced teams that have got Mbappe, some that don't. He's been the only consistent so far that I've actually noticed. It's been completely different, which is so vastly different from FIFA now, where you'll come across the same players constantly. You'll see someone have a prime bullet somewhere, someone will have the player of the month on. You're not going to face that in this game. You're going to face something so much different every single time, with the exception of maybe the basic rewards at the start, like Odegaard as well. Other than that, you're going to face something that's a bit more out there and a bit more different, and I really like that because I get to sit there and see something different instead of, I remember when I used to play Foot Champs pretty much every weekend when I was a little bit younger. After about a certain point, I'd face the same similar teams every single time. Everyone would have the same exact player, no matter what, because it was overpowered and because it was easy to get. This one's very different. I'm very rarely facing the same sort of teams. I'm facing something that maybe have one or two players in similarity, but other than that, it's completely different. And therefore, I'm really looking forward to kind of seeing what other surprises this game kind of springs at me. So as time goes on, hopefully I improve at this. I get a bit more better at getting on the mic again. It's been about 2.5, 3 years since I actually did a YouTube video where I actually spoke. I've actually privatized them at the moment, got rid of them. But it was a good experience for me to do that when I was younger, because now I feel, you know what, I can kind of do this and explore this. So yeah, as time goes on, hopefully I improve at this game, my team gets really good, and it's a really good gateway for me to get into the FIFA community. So yeah, that's the general idea of my channel at the moment. I should be back with a video tomorrow as well, because hopefully I can get that 86 Mbappe, and then I'll give it a little bit of a try, see how he plays. So yeah, that's where my channel's going at the moment. I look forward to kind of exploring a bit more. But yeah, that's all I have for this episode. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.